On a night where the stage belonged to Jonathan Quick, but his team was upstaged in Los Angeles on another night of paltry offense. 2-1 the final, Kings over the Rangers. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios alongside Brian Boyle. I'm John Giannone. Rangers have now lost 6 out of 8. In their last 5 losses, Brian, they've scored either 2 or 1. And this was a night where they only had 2 shots on goal in the first period, managed only 1 goal against LA's backup, David Riddick. How do you size up the 60 minutes in terms of their possibilities?
Well, you can separate it into 20 minutes and then 40 minutes. Yeah. It's really that simple for me. I liked how they continued to progress as the game went on, but it is a rush team, especially a top-heavy rush team. They like to go in their spurts and try and create offense off the rush, and they've done a very good job of that over the years, but you're playing a grind team. They're not going to let you do that, and they started to grind. I liked how the Rangers took that over a little bit. They started trying to do a little bit more of a possession game. It started giving them some looks, but LA doesn't give up enough for you to be able to shortchange yourself after a first period like that. Well,
we came on the air a couple hours ago, and as part of our pregame show, Brian featured a pretty interesting matchup were it to happen, and it was the Rangers' second-ranked power play against the LA Kings' #1 ranked penalty kill. And the Kings had come in losing 10 out of 11 games, but their PK was still top of the league. The Rangers had 3 opportunities on the power play. They did not score, and the most important one was in the final 139, where for almost all of it, they had a 6-on-4 advantage. Brian, from your perspective, why was the #1 PK better than the #2 power play tonight?
Well, they blocked shots. You noticed it towards the end. There was certainly good looks. I liked how they won that draw. Panarin waits. He waits for Adam Fox to get in there, and away they go. Here they go. The shot comes right away. There's the rebound. I'm not sure what else Lafreniere can do. It's a hell of a save. I don't know what else you want to do. You're going to get saves from your goaltending. And it kind of went along from there. They had a couple looks. Mika had the one-timer coming up here. These are the looks you want from a power play, and I would like to see that go across the box, maybe not skate it towards him, but they're willing and able to block shots in LA. They play a certain way. This one I thought was a really good look. Maybe the rebound too. It cuts through both seams. Those are chances that sometimes they go in and you say, hey, look at the power play. It was great. Execution matters. Results matter. But at least they're getting the looks. I mean, it's tough to try and take something away from a loss, especially the stretch has been going on right now for the Rangers, but you had to figure it was going to be tough sledding getting any offense.
Yeah, and another night where allowing late goals in periods had an impact on the night. 34.5 seconds left in the first period. The Kings took the lead, and then with, a minute 47 left in the second period, Quinton Byfield scored on what would end up becoming the last goal of the game.
Yeah, and it's difficult because, Keandre Miller's in a spot where he's backing off, and it was sort of an unforced play. And then it looked like they had recovered, and he had gotten all the way back and did what he was supposed to do. He got rid of the puck out of the zone. Unfortunately, it's right on the stick of Quinton Byfield. And, this is what happens when you're going through funks like that. You're not going to get many breaks. And this is a good forecheck. They're trying to grind it, but, Miller has such a good gap here. When he finally gets the puck, he doesn't have any options to make a pass. He hustles back and tries to get it out. It just goes right on Byfield's stick. This is LA coming at you in waves. This is a team that doesn't score enough, trying to create havoc by just bringing everyone to the net. It's a student body right to the blue paint. Everybody's going. And it's an unfortunate bounce. It happens. That's why the start bothered me a little bit, and the goal in the first bothered me a little bit more, because that looked like a controlled play. That looked like something that didn't have to happen. That was something you kind of gave away for free.
Add it all up, and it's a loss on a night where Jonathan Quick was honored by the franchise and the fan base that rewarded him for what he did for that franchise for 16 years, winning 2 Stanley Cups, winning a Conn Smythe Trophy, setting every record conceivable for a goalie both in the regular season and the postseason. But he emerges from this night 2-1 loser in goal for the Rangers. Let's hear from Jonathan Quick after the game.
Emotional night for you?
No.
The video and the whole thing?
No, it's a hockey game, road game. Trying to get 2 points, came a little short.
Can you describe the feeling with that video tribute at least? I'm sure that was a pretty special moment for you.
No, it's, they play videos all the time. It's just another video.
as far as the way the game went? What do you see from your vantage point?
It was a tight checking game, both teams. Not giving up too much. And they were able to get one more than us, so that's how the game goes sometimes.
Coming in the building this morning before morning skate, just still a little bit weird, though, coming in the other side?
Nope. Played 41 road games. It's another one of those.
Does the one that maybe you think back on the most, the one that they get at the end of the first period, if you come out of that period 0-0, it kind of feels like a different game?
You want to stop both of them, right? That's, as a goalie, you want to stop both.
Has it been an enjoyable thing for you playing in New York, or the team you grew up watching all that?
I'm enjoying these guys. From management, coaching staff, trainers, players. It's they're all great to be part of.
Tonight was
probably exactly what you would have expected had Jonathan Quick lost tonight, that would be his reaction. Because remember, when he won here against the Kings on December 10th, I had this date circled on my calendar since the first day that the schedule came out. But tonight it was just another game and just another video, which we know it wasn't, because it honored a man whose number 32 is going to hang in that building someday.
Turn the page.
Yeah.
He's fully invested in. I'm sure he wants to make sure everyone knows that he's fully invested where he is now. He's playing really well. Tonight he played really well and gave him a chance when they didn't have their legs. He kept him in it in the first. There's nothing he can do on that first goal. It was a great play from Moore to Fiala. But as an athlete, as someone who spends a lot of time in one area, has had great memories in one area, I'm sure the fans mean something to him, but he has to focus, and that's kind of where he is. He's still kind of cooling down after a game. I was impressed with how he played. I'm sure it had to be a very difficult prospect to try to focus after receiving a standing ovation for nearly 2 minutes. This was it in the first break of the first period. The spotlight on Jonathan Quick. He said thanks to the fan base, and then the Kings beat the Rangers 2-1.